This is part 4 of my Porsche 914 repair video. At the end of part 3, which I thought was going to be the last part, I discovered my heat exchangers needed some work. I really wasn't sure if I was going to be able to repair them, but I worked on them, and I think I've got them fixed. Let me show you. Both my heat exchangers that I took off my car, the ears look like this. Were bent upward so far that they cracked at the bottom, just like this one. So my thought was I could heat up the area around the ear and bend them back down and then re-weld them. Well, I did. Getting that ear level again was not easy. It took a lot of heat. Had to get that red hot to get that to come back down to this nice level like the one on the right. And then of course when I did that, it cracked the weld on both sides, so I MIG welded them back up again. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to MIG weld stainless. As it turned out, even without changing the wire or the gas that I'm using, a good penetration, and it worked out pretty good. I whacked them with a hammer to see if they were going to break, but they seem to be pretty solid. And now the ears are straight across. I solved that problem too. And I ran a file across the top of the pipes and get them all leveled out. I hope that'll help seal them up. So I'll go ahead and get these installed. And from there, it's not too far to go to start this thing up and see how it runs. So that'll probably be in my next video. I'll get these buttoned up and we'll crank it up and see if it runs. Well, I wanted to mention that when I install my heat exchangers, I use these copper coated nuts that are 12 millimeters across the flat. It makes it much easier to get a socket up in there to tighten these nuts up. 13 millimeters makes it very difficult to get the socket up in there and get these things tightened up, but these work very well, and they last quite a long time. I've taken them off after 10 years and they come right off without any problem, so they work real well for me. Also use a specially washer. These are hardened washers, they're called. They don't bend very easy and they hold up real well, so I use these underneath the nuts. So I already got one heat exchanger installed, and I'm getting ready to put this one on. I hope it all goes well. I got my heat exchangers installed. I'm getting ready to put the muffler on. I'm waiting for my helper to arrive because this thing's kind of heavy and awkward. I got this exhaust system on a parts car that I bought many years ago. I don't think they've made these mufflers for 30 years, but if I could find any more, I'd buy them all if I could find them, because they're really a great system. They sound wonderful, and they're built really heavy. I think it'll probably last forever. Got everything underneath pretty much buttoned up, and I'm getting ready to pressurize the fuel system and check for leaks. I have underneath the battery tray a wire that runs to the hot side of the fuel pump. So anytime you need to do any work on the fuel system, I can run the pump, pressurize the system, and get all the air out of it. Or if the circuit fails and your fuel pump's not running, you can always hot wire it from here and get your way home. So I'm going to do that, and we'll see if we have any leaks. Well, it's alive, and there haven't been any problems. Runs well, nice and quiet, and I think I'm ready to go. I got a few more parts to put on. I have all the heater parts to still install. I'll get it off the ramps and take it for a ride, and we'll see how everything else works. Well, I think I've got everything fixed. Let's take it for a ride. I had to make a few adjustments. Adjusted the clutch up a little bit more, and it was missing under load on my first trip out. So I went back and checked all the wire connections on the fuel injection system, and the wire for the heat temperature sensor, head temperature sensor, had come loose. So I tightened that up and brought that up, and now it seems to be good. So I think I'm ready to go. Ships well. It's working great. This makes me very happy. So when you do a project like this, many times things don't turn out quite the way you think they will. Well, that's the end of this project. I'm really happy with the way everything turned out, because it doesn't always happen that way. I don't care how much experience you've had, you know, things happen. But I'm very happy with the outcome of this one. Smooth, shifts really smoothly, motor runs great, no issues so far. You know, there's no exhaust leaks, no oil leaks. You can't ask for more than that. So this is it. This is the end of part 4. If you want to see the rest of the series, go back to part 1 and watch them all the way through. I'll leave a link to that. Alright, thanks for watching.